My people, drink more water. We endorse the drinking of water on the channel. We do, up until the day when we'll get them as a sponsor. We shall stay hydrated, because some days will be bad, some days will be good. There's no such thing as invincibility in football, in sports. No. You can't be like The Undertaker at WrestleMania. You will fall. You gotta stand up again. I'm not sad. I'm not broken. I'm not even discouraged. Lesson learned. Lesson taken in. Lesson embraced. For those of us on the channel, and of course, y'all are welcome. And I'm grateful to have y'all with me after we lose 3-1 at the Allianz Arena. I heard a different name of stadium being mentioned, but then I heard Chelsea won here in 2012, so I'm assuming that was the Allianz. Yeah. Maybe they said it in German or something. We predicted Bayern's lineup quite precisely in the How Chelsea Approach Bayern video. You guys might have caught that. And we also emphasized the 2-4-4 system that Bayern would possibly deploy, which they did deploy. And in a lot of moments, they were up to 6 attackers in Chelsea's 18. Not around Chelsea's defensive area, not in the final third, in Chelsea's 18 area, in Sanchez's comfort zone or discomfort zone. On the night, Bayern were overwhelming us. So I look at the game, and it gets to a point where Bayern are just it's a field day. They're passing the ball around. Even at 2-1, they're passing the ball around using one thing that Chelsea fans have been concerned about with every window: experience. XP. Even for Vincent Kompany. We mentioned that Vincent Kompany and Maresca are both EFL Championship League winners in England, but Kompany has been in the Champions League. Kompany knocked out Xabi Alonso in the Champions League just last season. Kompany's experience, coupled with his players' experience, won Bayern the game tonight. It's not that Chelsea couldn't score goals tonight. We had the ball in the back of the net more than once. Cole Palmer, brilliant goal. Brilliant counter. Not so different from what we did against PSG in that Club World Cup final. What wasn't different as well? The lineup. Tosin in, Colwill out because he's injured. Everyone else, same formula. Then one thing Maresca didn't do that he did in the Club World Cup. Why wasn't Neto tracking Olise? Why not? That's what Neto did against Desiree Doué. So there wasn't a free man at either side of the pitch. Olise had all the space and time in the world, especially in the second half. In the first half, sorry. In that first half. It was so concerning to see that Cucurella's side of the pitch is where we're most vulnerable. We are not expecting it. You're thinking Bayern will look at Gusto as the vulnerable player. But Olise being given that time, with his brilliance on the ball to pick passes, set piece duty, he's just brilliant on the ball. We allowed it. No one tracked him. It was 2-1 in the first half. Yeah, then it was 3-1. Then actually from 2-1, it was tricky. It was difficult. But it comes down to experience, in my opinion. You can see it. Consider the level of experience of a striker like Harry Kane, dropping deep, receiving the ball, moments even driving the ball. Serge Gnabry, the level of experience in him as a player. That's a lot of experience in the front line. That's a lot of understanding of where to be on the pitch in which moment. Midfield too. You could count Konrad Leimer and Stanisic as midfielders to some extent, because that's what Kompany's done. He's played midfielders in fullback roles. Konrad Leimer goes from right back to left back when Bowie is brought on for Stanisic. They change a man in the back line, just a technical change because Jonathan Tah had a yellow card. Experience. Kompany's not trying to lose Jonathan Tah in the league phase due to suspension. So what do? Take him off. Bring on Kim Min Jae. Good option. Yeah, but to try and answer the question why we lost, there's nothing more I can say outside of experience. Did Maresca lose the tactical battle? It's hard to say yes to that question for me, guys. Because what could Maresca have done different? The only thing we might argue that would make sense to me is the timing of the substitutes. Because the system wasn't going to change. I think as Chelsea fans, it would be very unfair for us to go to bed tonight or wake up tomorrow morning and say Maresca failed and he couldn't change things in game to get us the win. No. The experience factor showed today. It showed that we are new to the Champions League. Yes, we've been gone for 2 years. Yes, we're not new as a club. But look at our team. How many players in this team have Champions League experience? Proper Champions League experience. At most, you could say Reece James, Chalobah, having won the competition. But it's not even that level of experience versus a Bayern team from front to back. Every season, these guys are playing this competition. And they've played it for a long time individually. So as a team, I mean, Manuel Neuer, start and go and keep going. Like everyone. Yeah, so we'll always do what we do on the channel in terms of breaking down tactics. But there's things in football. And that's what I've learned today. That's where I've been humbled today. No matter how good you are tactically, football is played on the pitch. And how the game is treated outside of tactics and everything. Bayern stopped rushing. At 2-1, Bayern were not rushing to score. Bayern were treating the ball with care, for lack of better words. They were not trying to be chacharach. No, not at all. It was never going to happen because you can't be in a team with that level of experience. You'll be the outcast. You know? You can't have a heavy touch like Gusto did, and then you force a pass and it gets to Harry Kane and he scores. You can't, because the ball's being moved so delicately. You're not rushing the ball into Gusto when Gusto's being pressed by 3 men on that flank. No. Just those moments. Just those moments. And football is a moment's game, guys. But like I said, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, I'm not slandering Maresca. I'm not going for any player individually. I can't even give you guys boxes today. I'll praise Robert Sanchez, though, because this game could have been Brazil-Germany. Even Base Master told me, like, bro, it could be bad. It could have been bad. We scored our 1 goal through Cole Palmer. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's okay. Sanchez's saves. Easily you can count 3. There could have been more. Back in the Champions League, back to take a very important lesson. We still have Napoli. We still have Barcelona. We still have other champions. These are the German champions that we've lost to. We have the Italian champions coming. We have the Spanish champions coming. That's just the league phase. Where do we end up? We can't go to playoffs, guys. Our season's already stacked. Unless we exit domestic cups early again, which is just not viable. With the squad we have, we need to rotate. We need everyone to get minutes. This is a good wake-up call. We needed this. I mean, we win tonight, and it would have been great if we did. If we had won tonight, it would have been great. But what could we have done to win? We're going to have to be at a serious gear. Fernandez was running and running. Neto, I don't think he was given the right instructions. Maybe Neto and Kukurea are the only players where I'll link to Maresca and say Maresca could have done a bit better in instructing the left flank, perhaps. Because Gusto overlapping, that's good. That's fine. He did the right things, except for that mistake he made. Heavy touch. Backline, I think Tosin was better today. Even better than he was against Brentford, if I'm being honest. Chalobah did well, scored an own goal, but that's just unfortunate, if anything. Joao Pedro, though, I can't help but look at Joao Pedro and how he's more of a false 9/10, versus the other side of the pitch where there's this experienced, dynamic, great passing ability striker in Harry Kane. And I'm like, the level of experience that that man provides, the level of confidence he gives his teammates, and involvement in the game versus what Joao Pedro did, it's painful. And that's what we cried about as Chelsea fans. When we're winning, it's all well and good. We don't even think about the fact that we have such a young team. But nights like this, Caicedo is tired. Enzo is tired. These men are going to lay on their beds and pass out. Like, yeah. But let their spirits not be broken, because it won't really be necessary. Let the lesson be taken, guys. Shout out for tuning in, my people. Blessings, y'all.